Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gift Since 92, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by me. Your girl's back at it again. The queen's back into the swing of things. Alright y'all, so this is a new movie review for today. I finally got to see The Invisible Man, starring Elizabeth Moss, Oliver Jackson, Aldous Hodge, Storm Reed, and Harriet Dyer. Okay, I went to see it Tuesday, so that was yesterday. Alright, this movie, it was so intense. It was like thrilling, suspense. It was creepy, but this movie, I recommend people go check it out, go see it. It is worth seeing. And here's the thing, I mean, there were some moments where it was like, really? And it was like, wow. And it was like, this movie right here, it's just one of those movies, like, if you guys are interested in seeing a, like, horror, sci-fi movie, that it is intense. And it is, like, scary, and it's bloody here and there. Like I said, you know, it's pretty much like, it's pretty much, I would describe it in one word. It's like very chilling. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to the story plot and I will tell you guys like my thoughts about it and my conclusions. Alright, so Elizabeth Moss, she plays as this girlfriend, the significant other of the psychopath boyfriend. He runs like this scientific, he's like one of the owners of like the CEO company. So like in the beginning of the movie, you know, she escapes from him because, you know, he's very abusive to her, and, you know, she got tired and fed up with like him abusing her and, you know, controlling her, and, you know, every aspect and part of her life. So in the beginning, you know, she, you know, escapes from him and she tries to start a new life with her family, which her sister, Harriet Dyer, plays the sister, and her brother-in-law, Aldous Hodge, plays her brother-in-law, and her niece, Storm Reed, who plays her niece. So her family helps her out, and they're saying, yo, you know, like I said, he's, you know, out your life, don't worry about it. And she's like, you know, she got this intense feeling in the back of her mind, like, I don't think that, you know, he'll ever stop, you know, stalking me. I don't think he'll ever stop, you know, like harassing me. And, you know, like I said, he's a psychopath, and, you know, he's, you know, very, you know, a very mean person, an ugly person. And she just had like this feeling like one day he might return, you know, one day he might come back and, you know, get revenge on her. So with that being said, okay, things started to seem like, okay, like she had got a letter from saying, I think it was like the company or the CEO, they were saying that like, okay, he passed away, you know, and, you know, he died of a suicide. And like I said, you know, she's gonna get like the will and inheritance, you know, from his money. Alright, so it seemed like, okay, you know, he's gone. But with that being said, in the beginning of the movie, wow, she was like inside the house, he was still alive. So basically, seeing how she had that feeling, like that third eye, she was checking her surroundings, and she just had that gut wrenching feeling like he was still there, even though she couldn't see him physically. His vibe, his energy, his mood, she remembers what he was like, his behavior, his energy. So it was kind of like really scary and suspense. And like I said, you know, throughout the movie, she was right, because he wasn't there. And oh my goodness, I don't want to reveal any spoilers, but he was causing a lot of chaos and mayhem. I mean, he was really like, seriously, I mean, it was just really crazy that he was that sick to like really ruin her life. And there were parts of the movie where it was like he just couldn't stop. He would do little things like, you know, he was invisible the entire time, but he would do things that like really would just torture her in a way and cause harm to her family. Now, she even warned her family numerous times. And like the first time when she realized that he was alive but he was invisible, and like I said, he was like fighting her, and she felt like him fighting her and stuff like that. Even though she couldn't see him, I was like, whoa, this stuff is really scary and crazy, because I couldn't imagine you fighting somebody that's invisible, and it's like, you know, and then she tried to warn her family, and they didn't believe her. They thought like she was crazy. They thought like she was something like that. Thought that she was mentally ill, and thought like she was, out of her mind, out of the state of her mind. So it's like she was telling them, warning them, no, I'm not making this up. He is still alive. He's just invisible. So it took for them a while. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say this. Her sister died in the movie. I was so pissed off because her sister had got killed. That bastard had killed her sister and framed her because they was in the restaurant, right? She had issues with her sister. They didn't get along, throughout their childhood. They tried to make amends, but her sister was frustrated and tried to, like, on her side, she was like, I try to help you and stuff, but it seemed like you don't know when to stand up for yourself. You always asking for help, crying for help, and we trying to help you. And also, it was like, it got so intense between their relationship where they wanted to, like, mend things, So, like I said, Elizabeth Moss character and Harriet Dyer's character, they wanted to mend things. When they got in that restaurant scene and they were like, talking, about how, what's going on, and when she and Elizabeth Moss, her character, when she revealed what was going on, I swear to God, like, no one did. I was in the movie theater, everybody didn't see it coming. This bastard, he gonna take the knife real quick and slice the sister's throat in the restaurant, and then real quick, like, put the knife in Elizabeth Moss's hand. And it was so scary and intense. It was so sad how that sister died. I was like, really? You sick? And the restaurant, like, the entire people saw it. They were screaming, and it was just so sad. It was so much twist and so much, like, it was sad, like, her sister had to go. I was like, really? Really? And then he set her up, right? And she got arrested. Elizabeth Moss' character got arrested, and she was like fed. She just was trying to tell people, like, this man is sick. He's on a manhunt towards her, and he's gonna kill everybody else that stands in his way. And she was put into a mental psychiatric ward, and she was trying to, like, still fight for her life. And she was telling them, people, the doctors, the people, they didn't believe her. She was saying, he's going to kill me, and he's still here, and he's invisible. I'm not making this up. And they really doubted her. They didn't believe in her. They was like, well, she's sick, she's mentally ill. Maybe she's talking to herself. Maybe she's making this up. Maybe she's seeing things that we don't see. But still, like I said, it just don't add up. But man, when he showed out in that psychiatric ward, the daggone cops got messed up. Everybody got messed up. I mean, he was like on a roll. And then, like I said, near the end of the movie, Elizabeth Moss character, she took matters into her own hands. And also, oh my God, his brother. Let me tell you something about his brother. His brother, it was like an accomplice into this, because his brother knew, like, that mofo was a narcissist. And his brother was in on it too, so both of them were like narcissists. That was really sad and messed up. And then, that was when the brother was pretty much the invisible man as well, And then near the end of the movie, that was when he broke into the brother-in-law's house, and like I said, Elizabeth Moss, she had, like I said, she had followed him and tracked him down before he could get to her niece with Storm Reed, So before he did get to the niece, but she had fought for her life. And then Aldous Hodge's character, he came in, and he was like fighting that mofo. He was fighting the invisible man, so they were fighting and going on. And then Elizabeth Moss's character, she came in, and she was fighting him, and they was getting, going at it. And then she had killed the brother of the Invisible Man, and he was in on it, so he died. And then later on in the movie, that was when, okay, the original the Invisible Man, he had got the brother to, be like his, punching bag, and he made him like the sacrificed lamb. So that original the Invisible Man, he was tied up in the attic, in the basement, and trying to make it seem like, oh, like it really wasn't him after all, it was just the brother. But no. So Elizabeth Moss character and Aldous Hodge, they had formed a plan to be like, okay, you know what, we're gonna really catch him in the act. And Aldous Hodge was like, well, his character, he was like, yeah, but it was the brother the whole entire time. I mean, it wasn't your ex significant other. And Elizabeth Moss was like, you do not know him. He loves doing this. He loves playing these kinds of games. He is in on it. Like I said, he's using his brother, but he likes this. It's a game to him. He's in on it too. He's been in on it the whole entire time. He set this whole thing up just to ruin my life. So the brother-in-law was like, alright, okay, cool. So in the end of the movie, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil that end, but she got him back. So she got the ex-bastard back. And that was that. And like I said, the movie is really great. I mean, everybody was like, it was really scary, creepy, intense. Like, people was like, we were just so like anticipating what was going to happen next. And I love how the scene, it build and build to like what was going to happen. Her getting away from the abusive ex-boyfriend, her, like I said, starting a new life, then her finding out that he turned to invisible, and he trying to get after her and trying to ruin her life, and trying to ruin her family's life and all that. And he did that. And for her to really take man into her own hands and get back at him, that was like wonderful. It was really dope. So with that being said, this movie is worth watching. It's worth seeing. I do like seeing like thriller movies, action movies. I'm more like a thriller action kind of movie goer. I don't like it's horror. It's horror too, but I'm not like, I don't like them like straight like horror, like them real intense horror movies. Like I don't like them. I like stuff like a little bit like neutral, but it has intense. But but other than that, this movie was really dope. I loved it. So The Invisible Man is worth watching. Is worth seeing. Also, this is like a adaptation, like a creating like a. This is like another generation movie of The Invisible Man, because there's like previous movie generations of The Invisible Man. So that's cool. I'll check out the old ones too, so get to see more like each generation of the franchise movies. But with that being said, guys, I love this movie. It was really dope. I loved it. Guys, please check this movie out. It's worth seeing. It is worth the hype. Okay, some movies are worth the hype, so this one takes a piece of the cake. So it's a 5 out of 5 for me. Please, guys, do not be afraid to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Please do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Please do not be afraid to hit that notification button. And as always, guys, stay tuned to the next episode to get to Cincinnati 2 Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Peace. Bye-bye. As always, your girl's acting out. The Super Saiyan is out.